Welcome. It says I'm live. I don't have a live screen yet. So we'll see. Let me click out, click back in. Don't know if anybody's here yet. Um, so welcome to everyone who's going to be here. Today we are going to do Libra's Person on Your Mind live. And I'll tell you why I'm doing this. I had just done, I think it was Cancer, where I hadn't done their person on their mind yet, and I was doing their May reading. And then I did person on their mind right after that. And the synchronicities were just mind blowing. I don't know why I still get surprised. But that's why I love reading tarot because it always surprises me. So I thought, Libra is up next for your May reading. So we're going to do the person on your mind first. And then, time permitting, I will do questions and answers. I am asking for donations for this type of reading, but I think tomorrow we're going to go live. Um, I didn't mix up my days this week. So, anyways, we're going to go ahead and do Libra person on your mind. Just want to say hi to everyone. I know I started early. Hi, Donna. Hi, Sadie. And I feel like there was someone before that I couldn't see. Um, but anyway, so in this reading, we're going to ask 5 very specific questions. Probably a lot of you are intuitively guided to this reading today. I just feel that. Like, I feel like a lot of you are going to be intuitively guided, and you may not even have Libra, or you may not know if you have Libra. Some of you may be checking up on a Libra's energy, which is kind of why we're doing the reading. But again, we're going to ask 5 specific questions. What are their current feelings for you right now? What is their current view of you? Um, what actions are they thinking of taking or are taking? And then your view of them, which is just as important. For some of you, you may be like, I want nothing to do with this. Though, in a way, I'm like, why would you be here? Unless you were just intuitively guided, because I feel like our spirit guides will give us messages through each and every reading for whoever it needs to reach. So, anyway, so let's go ahead and I'm going to start the reading. Cross watching for not being a Libra but interested about a Libra. And is it okay to ask questions? Yeah, definitely. So that's what I'm going to do, time permitting. We're going to do like a question and answer, and it can be about the reading. But what I've been finding is usually the questions are not about the reading, but certainly, you can. I'm going to go ahead and open up this reading, though. I don't want you guys to think I'm ignoring you. And then I'll get back into the comment section. When I'm doing a reading, I really try to put all my focus on the reading, and then we'll get into questions and answers. So we're going to use 3 different decks. We're going to use, of course, our beautiful Mother Mary, but I am going to use Mother Mary over the connections. We are going to use the Gilded Tarot to go deeper. Let's go deep. Let's go deep. And then the Psychic Tarot for the questions. Not normally a deck I pick for Libra, but it kind of picked me. So I trust my intuition now. All right, so everything's pre-shuffle, guys. We're gonna go ahead and give it a couple shuffles. Let's go ahead and give them a cut. Okay. And in this type of reading, I do want to take it right off the top. And then when we're done with this reading, I'm going to do your May reading, Libra, for those who are Libra. I'm going to do your May reading, and the reason why is because I want to see the synchronicities. So let's go ahead and begin. So, what are their current feelings for you right now? Strength card. Card Leo. Courage. Power. I feel like they must have recognized that you've overcome some issues in your own life, like your own, like we all have our own issues. And in the strength card, that's what I feel like we're doing. We're really taking a deep dive, getting to really know ourselves, the light and the dark. And if you look at this person, it's half person, half lion. So I get this feeling, and it's the number 8, number of infinity, as above, so below, no beginning, no end, maybe. Okay. So, what is their current view of you right now? Well, hello, Star. Card of Aquarius. We have Leo and Aquarius side by side, but other than that, kind of forget that. This is about their hopes, their dreams, their wishes. I feel like they feel like you're a dream maker. Like you have this ability. I don't know why I'm picking this up, but I feel like when I think about you, I think about many things, but one of the things I do think about is your ability to bring your dreams into your reality. I feel like they have a very high view of you, and then also the energy of potentially wanting to manifest this relationship. Interesting because we have a 7 plus a 1, which is an 8, and we have an 8, 88. Some of you may have been born in 88, or 88 may ring a bell for some reason. All right, that's Sam. I don't know if you guys can hear Sam cutting grass, but it is beautiful here. So, what actions are they currently thinking of taking, or are about to take? Spiritual strength. It feels like they're trusting in their spirit guides. I have a feeling this is someone who, that lawnmower sounds loud, but I have a feeling this is someone who, like back in the day, I probably never talked about my spirituality. It wasn't even a thing. Like it's not the type of thing that crossed my mind. But I feel like they have evolved, and now I do feel like they, because I get this feeling that their spiritual team is igniting something within them. But I feel like it's for you. Now, it could be the other way around. Remember that. 9, reflection. Maybe they're in that final state of reflection, because 9 is about final reflection. I love this image where literally you can see like spirit guides holding up the roof. I don't know if that lawnmower is bothering anyone. I thought he was done with the back. Um, all right, well, we're going to keep going. I just want to let him pass. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it is loud to me. All right, what is your current view of them? Dun, 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 dun. Wow, triumph. This is the Chariot. It's like come in and take some type of action, or let's get moving on with our lives. The Chariot really does represent unlimited potential. But first and foremost, there needs to be balance. This is also about one's intention. It's not the reins of the horse that make this chariot move. It is your intention. And then let's look at the overall energy that's supporting these connections. And then we'll bring in the Gilded Tarot and look at this accelerated motion. And look what she's doing. She's looking right up at a star. Well, there is the star. And it's a number 8. A number 8. So 2 8s are mirroring each other. Accelerated motion. 7, 8, 9. That's progression. I feel like someone's saying, if this is going to happen, then I want it to happen soon. Because if it's not going to happen soon, then I feel like then I'm off to other places, other people, what have you, like whatever the universe has in store for me. But I do feel like there's a sense of like, I want to say urgency, but not really urgency. It's like, if you're going to make a move, it's time to make that move. And I do feel like they're definitely in that reflection. Um, and listen, I feel like this reflection's important now because I do like it's like they're having a conversation with their spiritual team. And it could be subconsciously through their dreams, but something is igniting what I feel like is the movement towards you. I also get this feeling, I can't come in any old way, like, because I feel like you are on a spiritual journey, and I feel like they know that. Now, again, would I use the word spiritual journey? Well, I feel like at this point, I probably would. Almost like, well, maybe we are soulmates. There's some type of recognition. All right, let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. Well, hello, Ace of Swords. So, wow. I would definitely read that as communication. So I do feel like they do want to reach out and communicate. I feel like they just have to move through certain energy first. It's almost like their spiritual team is like, you got to clear this up before you come in because it'll just be turned down, and then you'll just be turned down. You got to make sure that you're strong within yourself first. It's like your spiritual team is protecting you as their spiritual team is protecting them. But I definitely feel like this is a phone call, a text, like it's communication. Okay, let's go ahead and take the Gilded Tarot. By the way, I'm not ignoring you in the comment section. I just want to keep my focus on your reading. And then my focus will be on you. All right. So I'm going to go above. This all looks quite beautiful. But I do have to say that we want to be realistic at the same time, especially because their current actions, they're still in a 9. So to me, that means it may, but then again, I say that and then I see accelerated motion. So I feel like that reflection is coming to an end. And for these particular connections, do I feel that if you come back together, that this is something that could potentially last the rest of your lives? I do feel like that. Especially if previous energies have been cleared, even understood. And I feel like, well, that's how we clear them. We have to understand them. All right, let's go right above. So, again, their current feelings for you. The Strength card comes out. Number 8. Look at this. Well, hello, lovers. Hello, lovers. Card of Gemini. It is a head over heart decision. But listen, I feel like this person's following their heart. It's interesting where I felt like, like maybe they really are my soulmate. Wow. And you know what else I love about this card is you can see the feminine. And it's hard to do it on this. Everything's backwards when I do live. But the feminine, let me see if I can find her. There she is. It's like she is in current energy, and then masculine behind her. Ooh, I can't get my finger to find it. It's like spirit form. And to me, it just means that they haven't connected yet, but she can feel the energy. He can feel. They can both feel each other's energy. This must be a special connection. And I'll be honest, I really had no intentions of doing this reading looking for like karmics or free will choices. I'm looking for soulmates, potentially twin flames, that type of energy. So, and my guides know that. Like I want to know about soulmates and whether they're coming back together. Look at that, the star above the star. Right away, you're mirroring each other. You know, dare I say that you're both each other's dream? Of course, that doesn't guarantee us anything, right? Because, and this could have been like, younger energy before we were really mature. You do I know I've done some stupid things when I was younger that I wouldn't do now. But look at that. Someone may have double Aquarius in their chart. Just throw that out there. All right. I'm loving what I see. All right. So their current, look at that. Oh my God. Their current, the actions that they're currently thinking about taking. We know we have the Ace of Swords. So I do feel like it's communication. And then comes the Strength card again. Now, again, the Strength card's right here. And the Star card. And the Strength card's looking right back at the Star. This tells me that this person also, there's things like they needed to do deep dive and look within them. And, it really is about finding your courage once you're able to do that. Interesting. And then, hello, Ace of Cups. Over the Chariot. Can this love, can it outlast us? Yes. And it probably has. And what I mean by that is in no way do I feel like this is a one lifetime love, if that makes sense. I just don't feel that. And I love the Ace of Cups coming over the Chariot, but especially in number 7, very spiritual. Like this is a spiritual type of love. And it's interesting because I feel like both of you had, let's just say, certain issues that each had to deal with individually. Like they were my issues. And I'm the only one who could really deal with them, overcome them. And same with this person. It's like, my own issues. But I love spiritual strength. And that Ace of Cups, wow, that's unconditional. And I just feel like the waters never stop flowing from that cup. It's got moon cycles above it. Just trying to think what the full moon is. I think we just had the pink moon? I could be wrong. Look at this, the Page of Wands, who almost always I call my risk taker. This is someone who does take action. And, I often feel in the Page of Wands like, yes, I have fallen, but I got back up again. This isn't someone who allows fear to listen. And maybe that's what I had to overcome. But honestly, I feel like I don't let fear rule the day. I feel like if a phone call comes in, then I feel like if nothing else, I'm at least putting my toes in the water. All right, I'm going to go right below. Okay. We have, well, hello, the world, the next chapter. a new beginning. You know, and the world signifies like a good job done. And that's why the world opens up. And I have to say, I feel like the world is the most spiritual time in your life. And the reason why is because now you understand your spirituality. Now you understand that you have a whole spiritual team that is here to guide you, each and every one of us. But this is about these lovers. And literally, here are the lovers. Oh, okay. Well, Justice, there's your major arcana coming under the 2 stars. And I do feel like that does represent Libra. We have the 3 swords. Okay. So that could be potentially part of what I have to, if I'm the other person, like, you know, and listen, I feel like both ended up with heartache because I do feel like this person must miss you. And if it's someone you don't know, then I still feel like you would feel this energy. And I feel they would also feel this energy, like you're feeling what they're putting out. But the 3 swords does, you know, it can be a little bit of a block. And maybe this is exactly what we need to overcome because the world would signify putting the past in the past. And that means past issues. And maybe through communication, you can really work out, like, especially this 3 swords. Like, you broke my heart. I know. And I'm so sorry. It was definitely my lower vibrational energy. Now, I don't think they would say those words, but I feel like I didn't know better. And I'm not saying that to give them an excuse. Hello, Fool. Exactly what this would need. The Fool's energy. You know, the Fool asks you to take a leap of faith. Have an adventure. See what happens. You know what I mean? Even if it's just like, I'm not 100% sure. I still feel like take a chance because it's mirroring the Ace of Cups. And definitely for some of you, this is not your first lifetime together. And it probably won't be your last. Beautiful. The Fool with the Chariot. Well, now that does represent unlimited potential. In what? In love. And then last but not least, we have the 4 of Cups. You know, it makes me feel like there's discontentment within one's life. And it could be both. You know what I mean? Like, I could be happy in, like, what I do for a living, with the people I surround myself. I probably learned, you know, that I got to think about the people I surround myself with. You know, like I used to tell my kids, you are who you hang out with. But this person is being offered a cup. And they're being asked to use their spiritual discernment. And we have that cup. So, you know, it can be, listen, I feel like I'm not content anyways. I also have a feeling that this communication may come at a time when you're not having the best of days. Because I get this feeling of like, I'm feeling one way and then boom, all of a sudden I'm feeling a different way, but a good way. But I feel like, right, like during that day, like maybe everything seems to be going wrong and then boom, something happens. Well, probably communication that potentially is life changing. All right, let's take Mother Mary over. I'm going to call them my soulmates. Some of you may have dealt with like karmic relationships I don't feel like this is karmic at all. But you may have like after the fact. You know, it's funny. When I did Virgo's reading, the title I put, oh, I forget now. Why did I even bring that up? I forget the title all of a sudden, but it reminds me of this reading. Dang it. All right. Mother Mary, over these lovers. We got quite a few, but we're going to take them. We have Father. My true Father is God in heaven, who shines healing light upon me, my birth father, and our relationship. You know, and you probably heard me say this a million times, but when I get this, I often feel that there were issues with the father. Now, when I say that, what I mean is I feel like something that my father did has followed me. You know, like I'll give you an example. Like my father, he did cheat a lot. Um, and the first person I married, well, I only got married once, but that person was like the biggest cheater I've ever known. And it's exactly what I didn't want to happen, but it did. And I also feel like with these two strength cards here, there could also be like an issue. And, you know, I'm not trying to give a father a bad rap, but there could be like, you know, like a father who drank too much or something. And it could be something that, again, followed me. And I had to break that. I do feel like it's almost like I'm breaking a curse. Now, again, I don't feel like it's that I don't love my father. Interesting. Let's keep going. Feminine. Feminine. Well, in the lovers, that's what we see. The feminine figure. I allow my feminine nature to shine brightly as a valuable part of my identity. Remember, we're both masculine and feminine, light and dark. And to me, that's what the chariot represents, the balance of that. We have quiet, quiet. I go into peaceful silence and I listen. Interesting. I just did I'm calling it a meditation, but it was just to calm your mind. And I did it because I needed my mind calmed, and it's exactly what happened. And I feel like when we're in a quiet mind, that's when we're really receiving, like, that's when we can really trust the signs. Like, you know, I mean, you're always getting signs, but sometimes you do need to go into a quiet mind to like really receive them, to really understand them. Or let's say that you feel like I'm not receiving signs. That may be what it's referring to. And then hello, present moment. So I am fully present in the here and now. That's what the Fool would want. I am fully present in the here and now. So I have a feeling this means that this is not so far off. Even though we do have this person in a 9 in reflection, but reflecting with their spiritual team, whether they know that or not. Again, because I don't feel like everyone speaks like we do in spiritual terms, but it doesn't mean that's not what they're feeling. I do feel like we probably have more females here than males. It doesn't really matter. And also, you know, father, for some of you, this could be like a father of your children. But I'm really getting more of like it feels like I feel like I'm breaking a curse, like a family, like something that's followed the family. And I'm going to be the one who's going to break that curse for myself and for generations to come. I mean, that's power. And that's really what the Strength card represents. The power of going within, understanding oneself, and then really the courage one finds through that. So, long story short, guys, this looks pretty good. Definitely is showing the love. It's definitely showing the mirroring effect, which is something I usually do look for in like a soulmate type relationship. Well, it's definitely mirroring that. Definitely feels like this is an energy of, listen, it could have been 20 years since we've been together, but that love is still in my heart. Doesn't mean that like I haven't loved others, but maybe I realize that, through loving others, that no one really compares. No one really compares. So, Ace of Cups is saying, are you willing to jump into the Fool's energy? And that may mean forgive. I feel like if nothing else, let's just talk. Let's talk and let's see where it goes. But you have, the chemistry through the lovers is really off the chart. The Chariot, again, representing unlimited potential for these lovers. She, in accelerated motion, is looking right at the star, 2 stars, with your major arcana right below it. And the World, the next chapter. So I feel like this reflection is coming to an end. And then, ring, ring. Okay. I think I'm going to leave that there. I am going to pick up. I'm going to pick up these. That way we can use these decks. Let me put Mother Mary away. And, let me grab a drink. And then I want to say hello to everyone. Okay. I feel like I want to get my other glasses. Hi, Donna. Hi, Sadia. Donna, what do you mean, like a personal reading, or you just mean on here? Coastal Creative. Of course it's okay to lurk around. Of course. Hi, Nor. Melania, what did you miss? I do have chat replay on, by the way, just so you guys know that. Message with Mia. Hello, I just want to say I think you're an amazing reader. Thank you so much, Mia. I watched your recent Virgo reading. It was spot on. I have 4 Virgo placements. Bless you. I was just trying to think of the name of that actually not the name, but the thumbnail that I did, Mia. Because I just feel like it ties into this reading in some way. I know we are on a Libra. Interesting. I have a Virgo moon in both charts, Western all 4 Virgo and Virgo moon and the rest Virgo. Wow. You've had this conversation with your dad, breaking generational curses. That's exactly what I was feeling. Hi, Ancine. I'm so bad with names. You're very welcome. Mother, message with me, Mia. Mother, Aries, father, Sagittarius, twin flames, Gemini. Well, Gemini came out. My daughter is an Aquarius sun. I'm an Aquarius rising. And Aquarius came out. My grandmother, who I love dearly, was Leo. Interesting, Mia, because the Gemini came out and Aquarius came out. You missed it all. The World card in that Libra reading gives me hope for new beginnings. I agree. Donna, personal one, but a loved one here. I'm definitely doing for my daughter and I separately or together. And let me know, Donna, if you do, because, I'll give you some type of a discount. You can just email me, which is under any of my videos, and I'll give you and your daughter a discount because I appreciate that. All right, I'm going to click out for a second and click right back in. Those of you in my lives a lot know that a lot of times the messages are missing. Okay. Oh, just click myself right out. It's like I have to be careful. Anybody's got questions? I am happy to answer. Patricia. Hi, Patricia. Mia, I'm just chiming in. I love how the Universal Spirit works. I appreciate that, Mia. Thank you, Donna. All right, so I'm going to do, I just saw a reading. Where'd it go? Someone about, are you close to finding your soulmate? Where did it go? Okay, Patricia, it was you. Are you close to, hi, Colleen. Long time no see. So Patricia, are you close to finding your soulmate? Let's stick with the psychic tarot, but let's give it a couple good shuffles first. Look at that. 6 of Cups popped out. 7, or the Chariot popped out. And then these are all still tied to the reading, so let's mix them up in here. Been easier just to pull another deck, but something's telling me to use this deck. Okay. All right, so for Patricia, is Patricia close to finding her soulmate? And if so, what can we know? I'm going to take it a little further, Patricia. If so, what can we know? All right. We have the Nine of Swords, called Suffering in Silence in this card, or in this deck, I'm sorry. We have the Universe. We have Sacrifice, card of Leo. Interesting. I've been seeing this a lot lately. You know, you have the 21 of the Universe, and then you have the 12 of Sacrifice. But they're mirroring each other. It's like 12 in reverse or 21 in reverse. They're mirroring each other. You know, the Nine of Swords is your first card. Well, let's take what else is coming out. Conflict and defeat. So I feel like, Patricia, I feel like you've been through it. I feel like this Nine of Swords, it can mean many different things. You know, suffering in silence, yes, is one of them. And I feel like if that's the case, that's the type of energy I need to get out of me. Whether I just write down what's bothering me, like I need to get it out of my body. You may be putting a lot of worry around love. But then you have the Universe. So I feel like that Nine of Swords, you got to look at that, especially because it's being mirrored over here by conflict and defeat. So it does feel like something like took you down, but you're not meant to remain down. And, there may be something that was like eclipsed out of your life, and maybe it didn't feel good. Maybe I didn't understand that. But yet at the same time, I get this feeling that whatever was eclipsed, it was meant to be eclipsed. Let's go underneath that. And I feel like, with the Nine of Swords as your first card, there's no way I can enter into the universe's energy in that energy. They're just so different. Look at this, the Ace of Swords. It's like you are asking that question. When? I feel like I need to ask you a question now. Let's say it's soon. Are you ready? Do you feel ready? And I say that because I don't know how successful one could be, let's just say, in a new relationship, even if it's an old one, but a new relationship, if I still carry that Nine of Swords. That's extreme worry. But it's the meaning of the card is unnecessary worry. And I feel like that's a little bit of a block. But I feel like you can clear that. And again, I feel like it's coming from the past. Of course it is. But again, it feels like, things that maybe didn't work out for you, maybe they weren't meant to, or maybe they were only meant to like last for a period of time. I feel like you probably dealt with some difficult energy. Okay, well, let's keep going. We have the Empress, beautiful. Under the Universe. We have rest and rejuvenation. That is the Four of Swords. Healing. Healing what? Tower. So that definitely tells me you dealt with a previous tower. And that just means there was some type of disruption in your life. Again, something may have been eclipsed out, but this tower is coming under conflict and defeat. So in a way, I feel like many times I feel like the tower really does save us, even though it's not the easiest of energy. You do have the Four of Swords right next to it. So it's like any tower energy that has not been cleared, this is telling you not only can you clear it, but you can heal it. And healing means I'm letting it go. I'm no longer allowing it to live in my head. You know what I mean? This can be the energy also of overthinking. And it could be because of other people. But we're looking for soulmate energy here, right? And then you get the beautiful Empress. Well, the Empress is a reminder to keep your heart open. And that may be one of the reasons why I asked, like, do you feel like you're ready? Because it definitely feels like, I need to make sure that the energy of the past is cleared as much as it can be. Like we shouldn't shoot for perfection because we'll never reach it. But again, I feel like whatever, I don't know if the word is taken, but whatever maybe is sacrificed, um, healing over that. And then the Empress is saying, keep your heart open. And then you have the Ace of Swords right before that. So that could certainly be some type of communication that's coming towards you. Now, I may receive that communication either through the Nine of Swords, and I have a feeling I'll talk myself out of it in that case, or I'm going to receive it through the Empress's energy. And the Empress's energy is perfect with the world's energy, both very spiritual. And it doesn't mean like I live my life like, doesn't mean, I mean, we're still human. I feel like your heart is being healed. I'm going to take one on one side, look at that intuition, trust your intuition, and then the Seven of Wands, stand your ground. Let's go right in the middle, and then awareness. Interesting. It's, you know what it's reminding me of, Patricia? It's reminding me of the image on the Lover's card where the feminine energy was present, and the masculine energy was like not present but felt. So maybe that's what this is saying to you. Like you're going to feel this energy coming toward you. Now, do I feel like I'll feel it in the Nine of Swords? No. So again, unnecessary worry. And I feel like it just feels like, energy of yesterday, yesteryear. Um, but I feel like your guides are saying that you're going to feel your soulmate coming in. You're going to feel it. And it feels like it's coming through communication first. The line of communication. That may mean that like we don't meet face to face right away. But I do feel like when when this comes together, I feel like you're going to be very aware of the energy, like aware of maybe even like this feels different than, any love I had. And then intuition that's touching that Nine of Swords plus the Eight of Swords or the Ace of Swords. It's almost like your guides are saying, trust your gut. Trust your gut. Allow the things that didn't serve you, allow them to go. It does look like you've had to make some sacrifices, but in the same breath, maybe because of that, it's like now your heart, because I do feel like your heart needs to be open. And that's probably why I asked you, are you ready? And I feel like that's what your guides are. Are you ready, my dear? Because in a way, it feels like we're ready. But are you ready? So I feel like you have a lot to do with this. It's almost like it's already written. It's just now we're waiting for the humans to get ready. Okay, I'm going to let that be. Broken engagement. That makes sense. What? Your wedding was supposed to be next weekend. I'm so sorry, my dear. In a way, even though I know that must have been so painful, but yet, in a way, Patricia, maybe, just maybe, it's hard to say it was meant to be, but maybe, just maybe. Okay. Nor. Hi, Nor. What does, I can't say his name, Fasal want from me? What are his feelings towards me? An Aquarius. I'm assuming he's an Aquarius. For Sal. That's probably wrong. Fasal. Anyway, doesn't matter. What does Fasal want from you? What are his feelings towards you? Aquarius. I'm trying to think, did I do Aquarius person on your mind? I can't remember. Look at all my readings. I mean, holy cow. Yeah, I did do that one. So you may want to also check that one out. But all right. So this is for sale, one from Noor, and what are his feelings towards Noor? I'm using the Tarot Dreams. And I saw someone donated, so I'll be down there in a second. We have the Knight of Wands. We have the Emperor. We have the Strength card, interesting. We have the Six of Cups. We have the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Ten of Swords. You know, it's interesting, Noor. I don't know why I'm feeling this, but I get this feeling that your person feels, and this is probably not even true, but that doesn't deny like a feeling. But I get a feeling that like that you don't look up to me. You don't see me in a certain light. You know, it's interesting because there's energy of like happy times, joyful times, right? There's even passion, all of that. But at the same time, listen, I feel like the Emperor is your person. But then the Ten of Swords is connected. And I know Emperor is the card of Aries, but I'm not reading it that way. Then you have the Knight of Pentacles, which is really beautiful because Knight of Pentacles signifies that I'm bringing a pentacle into your life. And this pentacle is something that's physical, it's tangible. So probably your person, but at the right time. And the Knight of Pentacles doesn't move until it is the right time, whatever that may mean, right? And right above that Knight is another Knight, which is the Knight of Wands. Passion can be fast moving energy. Yet I feel like your person is dealing with these 10 swords for some reason. So let's keep going. All right, we're going to take what's face up first. We have the Devil, card of Capricorn. We have the King of Pentacles. We have the Star card. And then we have the Three of Pentacles. Interesting. I'm saying interesting because I feel like in my heart of hearts, if I'm your person, I feel like they realize, like, I don't feel like I don't love you. And I don't feel like, you know, everything was bad. But it's interesting because I do feel that he feels trapped. Now, trapped by you? I don't think so. I don't think so. I feel like he's being very, very careful. And also maybe putting his like money, career, that may be where his mindset is at right now. But I still feel like even if that's the case, when I think of you, I think of happy thoughts. Now, I'm also wondering this 10 of swords, is it the two of you who have gone through like repeat patterns? And I'm saying that because I'm also seeing the 3. Now, here's the good news. When the 3 of Pentacles comes out, when I'm asking about love, to me, that means that each person can really recognize each other's soul. It's like when I look in your eyes, it's your soul I see. Now, that doesn't guarantee us, right? Doesn't guarantee us that life won't get in the way. And that's kind of what it feels like. It feels like life got in the way. I feel like there's good feelings. I want to just look at this 10 of swords a little bit closer. The 3 of cups. And then the chariot. Like all of a sudden I'm feeling the 3 of cups like drinking. And there may be something that your person there may be some element that your person I feel like may need to kick. And maybe that's what's going on right now. Because then the chariot would represent really unlimited potential. So I feel like the two of you, it's like, why am I having a hard time with my words? Because I feel like, as him, I feel like maybe there was a lot of arguing, and it's like I'm the one who took the daggers. So I feel like this is a mixed bag. Like I have loving memories of you, but I also have memories that aren't quite so loving. And I feel like that was where life just came in between. I'm going to go right down the middle, Queen of Cups. Okay. I feel like your person's dealing with something hard. And I feel like it is something that they need to get through. And maybe this is something that you really can't even help them with. And I'm saying that because the Knight of Pentacles does signify that I come in, but I come in at the right time. And sitting next to the 10 of Swords, that would not be the right time. So even if I have the Star, which is the card of Aquarius, but is about one's hopes, dreams, and wishes, and the recognition of one's soul, I feel like that is the main thing right now. So wherever this 10 of Swords is, and again, it is the feeling of feeling trapped. Now, I don't feel like I feel trapped with you, and I feel like this is like maybe it's a karmic lesson for him. Because I feel like he's the only one who can free himself, and I do feel like it's an illusion. Like it's an illusionary energy instead of reality. It's like, if we feel trapped, we're not really trapped. We just need to make movement. So I'm going to leave that there, but I feel like a real mixed bag here. You know what I mean? And then I feel like if this is meant to come together, Nine of Pentacles is going to make sure it comes together at the right time. But I feel like because of this 10 of Swords, that would not be the right time. And this King of Pentacles, You know, when I think of the King of Pentacles, I think of someone who looks at the big picture. And maybe that's what is being asked of them, to look at the big picture. And I feel the Queen is you. And I feel like you're both connected to the star. But I feel like until that 10 of Swords, whatever it may be, and sometimes it's a repeat pattern. And if it is like, let's say it's the two of you who've had repeat patterns, and that just means that, like, we've got to figure out why this happens. And I feel like you will figure it out because, again, Knight of Pentacles is here. And to me, that's the guardian angel energy. So what's meant to be will be with the Knight of Pentacles, but not until the right time, period. I do feel like you're soulmates, though. Okay, I'm going to leave that be. I wish I could have been a little clearer, but I just feel like that's where we're at right now. Now, interesting, because that energy could change, like, at any moment. Okay, I'm going to jump down because I saw donation. Donna. All right, and then I'm just seeing Donna. Did you have a question with that? Denise, yes, you do. Not just a card. You get an actual reading. That was an impressive notebook. Thank you. Hi, Yara. So I'm just looking for Donna. Donna. And I'm sure you already typed your question, so let me see. Life's a roller coaster ride, no kidding. All right, Donna, I don't think you asked a question. So I'm going to scroll down the bottom. All right, so my dear, if you want to write your question, Donna, I am happy to answer it. Hi, Simone. I feel like I haven't seen you for a while. Oh, you've been offline. That's why. All right, Donna, message from your higher self. You got it, my dear. Let's bring out the Cozy Witch Tarot. I'm going to get a couple shuffles for you, Donna. All right. Donna, messages from her higher self. We have the High Priestess. I'm going to read what it says too. When in doubt, your first gut feeling can always be trusted. It's like this person's lying on their bed not lying, but sitting on their bed doing tarot cards. I don't know why. It often reminds me back when I first started in YouTube. I didn't have a desk and I couldn't use the kitchen table because there's too many people around. So I used to do on the bed. It just reminds me of that. But anyways, that would be your higher self. We have the Six of Wands. You're kind of a big deal. So start acting like it, Donna. You're kind of a big deal. Start acting like it. And then the Three of Wands. That's the energy of optimism. That's the energy of, it's like you're telling divine, I know that my ships will come in the right time. And in the meantime, I'm going to start just enjoying my present moment. You have really beautiful cards out. Um and you do have, like, I feel like the energy is of action. So I don't feel like this is going to be a time period of you like sitting back and just, I feel like this is going to be more of like an action period, an action. I'm not saying it right. Action oriented. Six of Wands is victory. I feel like definitely trust yourself in anything it is that you want to do, especially if it's something new. Then you have Judgment. Well, there is your spiritual team. And when Judgment comes out, they are calling you to the present moment. That means some type of rebirth is about to happen. So something new is about to happen. And that might be why I was feeling like action oriented. What am I reading? Judgment. What's it say? All the signs say that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. But I'd also really pay attention to the signs that are going to be coming in, because I feel like you're off to something new. And do I love that the Three of Wands is right before that? I do, because in the Three of Wands, I do feel like whatever it is, I'm saying yes. Like, I just do. Okay. Six of Cups. Give yourself the compassion you were never given. We have the Three of Pentacles. Justice. Card of Libra. See if I can get one more out. Thank you. Well, hello, Two of Cups. Soulmate coming under Judgment. Rebirth with the soulmate. That may be why the Six of Cups came out. It could certainly talk about someone that you know, someone that you knew, like from back in the day. This could be something totally unexpected. Again, it's soulmate energy. Does that necessarily mean it's love? Doesn't have to be. Could be like an old friend that, I reconnect with. But it is soulmate love. Not only that, but I love the Three of Pentacles here too. I feel like you are moving into a period of time where action is needed, but I feel like it's all good. Like everything feels good. I feel like if you're thinking of creating something new, I hope you do, because I feel like it will be received very well. Or let's just say that you're very crafty, but like you've put it on the back table, the back burner. I would bring that back out. So whatever makes your heart sing, like I feel like do that. Even if that just means putting music on and dancing, like no one's watching, because I feel like these are all signs to the universe that you're open and ready for whatever wants to come your way. Justice certainly can mean, it is the card of Libra, but in this type of reading, to me, I feel like justice is about making you whole again. So it feels like after a period of time where maybe you weren't feeling that way, I just feel like you're going to feel so different. But listen, a lot of this is coming because of you, because you're willing to follow your intuition, because you are paying attention to the signs. And I don't know, could this be love? Well, let's go on this side of it. Page of Wands, my risk taker. And look what's all around her. Roses, red roses to be exact. And let's see what mirrors that. Hello, the star. Let's just put it this way. I feel like your life is changing. I feel like it's in a very good way. I feel like you definitely want to trust your intuition, because I feel like the signs will be sent, and then taking a step into them. You know, Three of Wands really speaks about enjoying the current moment, knowing that my ships will arrive, whatever that ship may be. And I feel like one of them is soulmate energy. But and then I also get this feeling, I mean, I don't want to just skip over that, because that does feel like great love. But I also feel like there's something that you do. Maybe your money's going to be advanced. Maybe you're going to find this new interest. And who knows, maybe that's where you find this soulmate at. Like maybe I go and I take a class. I said painting. Maybe I take a painting class, and lo and behold, I meet someone there. This is a period where your dreams are coming true. Now, all of them, well, it feels like two of them. So I feel like the main thing I could say is just be open. Trust your intuition, because again, your spiritual team is going to send you the signs, and you may even feel energy before it comes in. I feel like you will. But this feels like a very good time coming up for you. You do need to be the risk taker. You know what I mean? You do need to be action oriented. But other than that, I feel like things just flow. Okay. Well, hello, soulmates. And by the way, the soulmates is mirroring that Six of Cups. So, I can't leave out that could potentially be someone from back in the day, so to speak. Hi, Camille. I just saw Camille jump up. Hi, Simone. I just wanted to see if Donna had any response. I'm trying to wake my pineal gland for my third eye. Well, I have a feeling you're going to be successful. I just have a feeling you're going to be successful. All right. Camille, whatever my spirit guides want to share with me. All right. Let's use a deck we don't normally use for you. I'm trying to think, what deck have I not used for you? The Light Seers. Not sure. Don't think I've used this for you yet, Camille. So this is called the Light Seers. Again, this was one of my favorite decks. It's interesting, because as I get new decks, like old ones get pushed back, and then every once in a while, especially now that I'm doing a lot of lives, I'm bringing them back to the table, and it's just nice to have them back again, if that makes sense. All right, Camille. Hello, Ten of Cups. House of Harmony. joy, laughter. The Hierophant, card of Taurus. It's about your beliefs. You know, I love this image because it's like the stairway, the staircase to heaven. Or I'm thinking of that song. Oh God, I swear my brain goes blank but then I want my brain to go blank when I do readings, to be honest, because I want to intuitively read for you. Interesting, you have a 10, then you have a 5, but both of them are such great energy. You know, Camille, I feel like you're climbing that stairway, and I don't mean like, you know, to the end. I don't mean it that way. I feel like I feel like you are climbing this spiritual staircase. And I feel like it just feels right. It just feels right. We have the 6 of Cups. With the 10 of Cups sitting over there. The Ace of Swords mirroring that 10 of Cups. The Chariot under the 10 of Cups. Card of Cancer. But it's unlimited potential. You know, it's interesting because I feel like we talk about your money so much, and I feel like this is talking about love. The 9 of Cups. Justice. Card of Libra. And I'm going to take one more over here. Look at that, Camille. Hello. Just when I said I feel like we're talking about your love, not only do you have the 10 of Cups, you now have the 10 of Pentacles. You know, Camille, I feel like you are really evolving spiritually. You know, and I feel like your guides know that. Of course they know that. Of course they know that. I feel like, man, I just feel like you are moving into a period. And listen, I feel like this is true for a lot of us. You know, like I feel like the year feels like it's just starting. And the promises of 2024 are now starting to show, if that makes sense. I feel like definitely as it relates to love, because I do feel like you're already in love. I feel like keep the lines of communication open. And, you know, I don't see anything that like is of a warning. Everything just feels like you're moving into a much more, first of all, harmonious time, but also abundance, which you keep getting. So I feel like, you know, what you're doing financially or in your career, keep doing it. I feel like you are on the right path. And I feel like success will be yours. But now I feel like we're also talking about love. And if I question love, and if I'm with someone and I question that love, you know, is this a love that can really stand the test of time? I feel like the answer is yes. Let's go on one side, look at that, the wheel, your destiny. On the side, the 5 of Wands. That might be why I said just keep the lines of communication open. 5 of Wands can certainly talk about like battling back and forth. But I have to tell you, it almost feels like Mercury, when Mercury was in retrograde. And what is today's date? So it just went direct yesterday. But we're still going to feel a little bit of the remnants of it. I feel like don't allow yourself to get pulled into anybody else's drama, because I feel like you are evolving, and evolving, like you're growing and you're growing and you're growing. Now, and then of course life. right? Little things can happen in life. So that's why I feel like don't get pulled into any drama, because I feel like that drama energy, I feel like it really has nothing to do with anything. Like it almost feels like wasted time. I also feel like, and again, I think that you're already in love. And if that's the case, I feel like, or even if you're not in love, then it would represent a great love, right? That does sit upon your will. I feel like you are following your spiritual guidance, and I feel like it is paying off in leaps and bounds. No way am I saying that life is easy, but I feel like it's only going to get easier and easier and easier. Stick to your morals, stick to your beliefs, live your truth, and I feel like the rest will follow. The rest will follow. 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. That is mirroring, they're both sharing the Chariot, unlimited potential. How far can this love go? There's no limit. How far can my money go? There's no limit. The only limit is the limit we put upon it. And boy, do I feel like, in a way, I feel like you deserve it. So that tells me that you've been through some difficult things, but yet have overcome them. And now it feels like it's about making you whole again. This just feels like a great time in your life. And it may just be starting, or another way of saying it, you may have had some questions like, am I on the right path? Am I doing the right thing? And I feel like your answer is yes, 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 yes. Trust yourself, trust your gut. It is leading you to places where dreams are made. Okay, I'm going to pick that up, but wow. That's a very abundant reading, Camille. And I feel happy for you. $426. You're so welcome, Camille. Okay. Oop, where did it go? Simone. Question in comments. Money kept you offline for a while. I get it. All right, Simone, I'm going to try to find your comment. Oh. Simone. All right, I found you. Hi, Sandy. I've been offline and missed your lives. My question is, I'm going to move to Newtown this year, and I'm worried about my financial situation. Anything from the spirit guides on this? Okay, so you're moving to Newtown this year, and you're worried about your financial situation. Anything from your spirit guides on this? I feel like I want to use the Tarot of Dreams. I also want to remind everyone that we're in a universal year 8. And it really is a year where, like, if you're having epiphanies, ideas, this is a great year to really build up your financial world, your abundance, your material world. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? It's just the universe wants to work hand in hand with you. All right. But, anyways, from us, Simone. Well, that didn't take long. We have the King of Swords. We have the Page of Cups. We have the Knight of Wands. And interesting, we got the King of Wands. So we have the King of Wands mirroring the King of Swords. Now, if you want signs, King of Swords can be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It's interesting, though, because this king looks like he's like locked behind bars. Like I'm not free. But this Knight of Wands is action-oriented, sitting right next to that Knight of Wands. It's like passion. It's running right towards you. Page of Cups, I feel like is your inner child energy. And first and foremost, I'm feeling that I feel like this move is a good thing for you. But I do want to go underneath these kings, see what their influence is. Look at this, another king. What's up with all these kings? We have the Fool. Look at this, we have Temperance. Divine timing. I feel like you're being guided. And maybe you didn't even realize that. And I love the Fool before that. So I feel like this is a sense of reassurance for you. Especially because the Fool's coming under the Page of Cups, which I feel is your inner child's energy. And when I say your inner child's energy, that means that I'm willing to take chances. You know what I mean? It's like when we start to, like, I don't want to say live for ourselves, because that sounds like, I don't care about other people. But what I mean is, like, we follow our own, let's just say, instinct. I feel like it never can be wrong. But I feel like your guides are definitely recognizing this move, and it does feel good. Like, I feel like also there may be some things, some hardships that you've dealt with recently, and I don't feel like they're going to follow. So I feel like hardships don't follow. And I feel like, like this may sound strange about a location, but boy, I feel like you're being like, I feel like your guides are helping you in this situation. Let's take another one. The Magician, the Manifester. Right next to divine timing. I feel like you're going to be very successful. Now, success is measured differently by different people, but I feel like you have the ability to be very successful where you're going. I feel like there's a sense of passion that is reignited within you. And I do feel this energy of, again, I do feel some hardships, but I feel like they are able to come to an end. And maybe it did take this move for that to happen. Let's go on this side. Look at that, the Lovers. And on this side, Justice. Makes me wonder if you cut ties with someone. And if that's the case, if you may be meeting someone in this new location, that may just turn out to be the love of your life. Now, if you're already with someone, this could signify that this relationship is just going to get stronger and stronger. I know you didn't really ask about love, but yet I do want to say I do feel like it's here. Now, the Lovers does mean a head over heart decision. And I do kind of feel like you followed your heart, but I also feel like you followed your head. So this move just feels very good to me. And it feels like, oh, look at that. The 10 of Pentacles. I feel like you have nothing to worry about. I feel like as long as you're willing to put the work in, and even when I say work, I don't feel like I'm like worked, like my fingers are worked to the bone. I don't feel that because I feel a sense of enjoying what I do. And if you have not, or if you are not in love, then I have a feeling in this new location, that is also going to be part of it. Everything just feels so right. Even though you may have this uncertainty, dare I say that I feel like you have been guided all along. And I love that we see the 10 of Pentacles because I feel like if nothing else, that should help ease any worry that you have. You know, go into this new move saying, I'm going to create a true life. You know, I'm going to create the life that I truly want. And you have that ability with the Magician here, especially with Temperance in between the Fool and the Magician. It's like taking epiphanies and putting them into action and then watching them pay off handsomely. Okay. Good, good, good. Didn't really signify who all those kings were, except maybe I left one king and maybe another king is entering, so to speak. Oh, good, Donna. Oh, that's so good, Donna. Coastal Creative. Sandy broke up with my charismatic Libra ex 10 years ago. No love since until now for Sagittarius. Feel ready. There's plentiful chemistry. I'm a Gemini. Insight. Okay. So you broke up with Libra. No love until then. Except now there's Sag is in the picture. You feel ready. And you're a Gemini. So Gemini and Sagittarius. Insight on that for casual creative. I'm going to use the Tarot Dream or the Universal Tarot. You know, I also want to say, even though we did Libra's reading, right? I said at the beginning, which nobody was here when I said it, but I said that I felt there was going to be a lot of people that were going to show up who aren't Libra or maybe not even interested in Libra. Like I felt that before the reading even started. And I'm saying that because I feel like you may want to take a closer look at that reading because you came up. I'm trying to think, did Sagittarius come up? Anyway, let's forget about that and let's just look at this relationship or the potential of it. Hello, Two of Cups. Soulmates. Sometimes we gotta wait a long time for the right one. Three of Pentacles. Nine of Cups. Four of Pentacles. Okay. Okay, let me stop for a second. First of all, I love that Soulmates came out. First and foremost. And I feel like you're enjoying this. I feel like it's it's bringing out those butterflies type energy. I love that the Soulmate is followed up by the Three of Pentacles. Because when we're asking about love, the Three of Pentacles to me represents one looking at one's soul with true recognition. Doesn't mean I can give you the title of a soulmate because, again, doesn't mean everybody talks in that lingo. But it is the recognition of, if nothing else, that this does feel like a higher type of love. And look at this 2, 3, 4 progression. I feel like the Nine of Cups is saying, enjoy this. Like, enjoy it for what it is. Don't put any restrictions upon it. Because let's say this goes into like a serious relationship, then to me that Four of Pentacles would speak about the foundation. Like thinking about the foundation. Though enjoy all of this. Enjoy it and allow yourself to enjoy it, because I feel like there's a lot of joy to be had. But I also feel like let's just say it goes further where you feel like it may become more than just seeing each other. Then you want to think about the foundation, right? Like, let's start this off on the right foundation. And I really feel like you are. But let's go underneath that. We have the King of Pentacles. We have the Five of Wands. Interesting. We have the King of Swords under the Nine of Cups. You know what this feels like? This King of Pentacles, even though, it's Pentacles is represented by Earth. I don't feel that. I feel like this is your ex. I feel like this is your ex. And I feel like as it relates to you and your ex, I have a feeling like nothing could get resolved. Like nothing could get resolved. And I feel like that's that. You know what I mean? Like that's that. Because, if I had any doubt about that, I feel like your guides just want you to know that, like, that was that. This, and I love that the King of Swords comes out. I know you're the Gemini, and he's Sagittarius, but still, I like that a lot. Let's follow that. The King of Swords to me would represent truth, integrity, honesty, needing it, and therefore able to give it. Communication, Queen of Pentacles. Then I'm going to take one on what? Look at that, the Empress. On that side, I want to take one on the other side, and the Queen of Wands. So it's kind of interesting because what would represent him, if we were just looking at that, is coming up as a queen, and what would represent you is coming up as a king. Now, I just find that interesting, but beyond that, none of that matters. I feel like I just feel like if you had any doubt about how your last relationship like I just feel like that's the past. And I don't feel like you're hanging on to that at all. But I feel like your guides just want you to know that like not all things are going to last a lifetime. Now, we open your reading with soulmate energy. And now we have the Empress. So that to me signifies, and I think you even said that you're ready. And that's what the Queen or the Empress would say. She is loving and nurturing. She is someone who doesn't allow her past or people to influence her because she trusts her intuition beyond all. I do feel like the two of you are soulmates. Um, And I do feel like you're ready. And I want to go right in the middle with the Six of Swords. So, Six of Swords means that I've left the toxicity behind me. And that's always a good thing. And to me, that's another sign that you are ready. One more. Two of Pentacles. Well, there's nowhere where I feel like there's fear in the mix. Not fear that would stop anything, that type of energy. It's interesting because I feel like right now the question's being weighed back and forth. What question? Four of Swords. Healing. I get this feeling that the two of you together are going to help heal those last broken little pieces within yourselves. And it does feel like it's part of the purpose of the two of you meeting. And, I do feel like it is a soulmate who, often you hear me say, like, we have to learn to heal ourselves, but then there's still those little broken pieces. And I feel like this is saying, this is about each of you having the ability to make the other feel whole. This feels good. But I do get the feeling of like, don't move it further than it needs to be. Like, because I feel like this is about enjoying the moment, enjoying it as it develops, because I do feel like it's going to develop. And I feel like the more playful we can be, the more laughter there is between the two of us. I feel like, believe it or not, I feel like that's part of what helps build that foundation. It's almost like not just lovers, but we can be each other's best friend. Now, you may not have hit that yet, but I feel like that's what will happen. If this proceeds. Now, I say if because there is free will and we can't control another's free will, but everything looks like it wants to proceed. There's just one little question. Well, let me look right at that. Six of Cups. Okay. So I feel like just keep your thoughts as much as you can on the current moment. And I would say for both, even though that person's not here, because I feel like there's a lot of beautiful memories that you're making together. And this could be something that you talk about years and years from now. It's almost like a love story developing. And even love stories developing doesn't guarantee us there won't be like ebbs and flows. But I feel like this is a type of relationship that if we work together, we can get through those ebbs and flows. I feel like you're creating or you have the ability to create some really beautiful memories together. And again, it is signifying that you are soulmates. So I like that a lot. I like this a lot. Okay. But I feel like I can't project you too far in the future because not that it won't go into the future, but it's like the more we enjoy just the current energy, we're almost like subconsciously building our foundation. I hope that made sense. Um, I don't see any Yara. I was just looking. Um, yeah, I don't see PayPal Yara, but I'm just gonna believe you. Okay, so a message from your higher self, please, of course. Let's choose a good tarot. Okay, we start with the Queen of Wands, Queen of Fire, our intuitive queen, Queen of Action. This is, the Queen of Wands to me is someone who, um, if it stirs my passion, I'm moving towards it. She's not someone who puts a lot of fear behind her decisions. She trusts her gut and she goes after it. We have the Emperor, card of Aries. We have, well, the Page of Wands. Interesting how we have the Page of Wands and the Queen of Wands. It's like younger self, current energy, with the Emperor in between that. Ten of Cups. Look at that. Eight of Swords. How interesting after I just said all that about the Queen, and then the Eight of Swords comes out. Eight of Swords is that self-created prison. And maybe it's relating to love. Because I don't feel like it's relating to you and what you do in the world. Because I feel like what you do in the world, I feel like that's only going to be stronger and stronger. Like, I feel like you are the Emperor. And the Emperor is someone of integrity. The Emperor is someone that we can look up to. The Emperor is someone who's had a lot of life experiences and then therefore helps to lead others. I don't have to do that in a business type sense. It's just naturally who I become. I naturally want to help others. But I also feel, boy, this is also a great energy of working from home. But I also feel any what's the word, passions that come from your inner child, I feel like now is the time to bring him to also to the world. This is like the boss, but we do have that Eight of Swords, so let's see. We have the King of Swords. We have the Eight of Wands. Hello, Fool, under the Ten of Cups. And then the Star. Let's just see what's going to mirror it. Seven of Swords on the other side. Okay. This is what I'm feeling. I feel like as it relates to, let's just say your business world, your career, how you make your money, I feel like that is only going to improve and improve and improve as long as you trust yourself. Like trusting yourself. I also feel like this potentially is great energy of working from home. Now, I feel like the only block you have is around love. And I feel like it's due to past energy. It's due to, past people who've done you wrong, who cheated on you or lied, that type of thing. But I do feel like that is the past. And then you have the Fool. So I feel like as the Fool, I've got to make a decision. Am I going to let the Seven of Swords stay in the past where I feel like it wants to be? Or am I going to allow that energy to move forward? Now, that's why the Eight of Swords would show. Now, this is self-created. So the good news is you are the one who can uncreate it. And I get it. Like if I've been, done wrong in love, it's hard to then just open my heart and give, right? But I feel like this would have nothing to do with who's ever in that Seven of Swords energy. And you have the Star over here, and that is about your hopes, your dreams, your wishes. And it is asking you to be active. I often feel in the Star like we're manifesting a dream, but we're working hand in hand with divine. It's not like a miracle, right? It's me doing my part, and divine's like, and I'm going to do my part. And that is allowing a wish to come true. Not allowing it, that was the wrong word, because again, I feel like it's your own actions. So I feel like there is a little tie or a little block as it relates to love. I do feel like it's from your past. But listen, in the same breath, I feel like I would look at that because there is potential of something new coming your way, even if it's something old. You know what I mean? I don't want to leave out because I feel like for many of us, I know that's my life story, right? I'm with someone that I used to be with a long, long time ago. Long, long time ago. So let's take one right down the middle. The Chariot. I feel like that's saying believe in you, believe in your abilities, believe in unlimited potentials. Even if, the past didn't work out, that does not mean your future will not work out. And I don't want to put that energy towards my future. And that's why the Eight of Swords, I want to bring down those walls. And I want to be willing to take a chance, take a risk. And I feel like if you know who's in the Seven of Swords, like even if it's still current energy, it just makes me feel like, well, that can't be serving you. Because actually what it's doing is causing you to put up this block. And maybe something didn't work out the way I hoped, but that doesn't mean that something can't work out even better than you thought. And maybe it's not even with, I feel like who's ever in this Seven of Swords, I don't really feel like this energy follows, because I feel like they're the reason why the Eight of Swords is created. Now, you created it. It is self-created, but it is showing us why. So the Fool wants you to allow that energy to heal, so that whatever wants to find you in the Fool's energy, you're able to take a chance. That Fool is mirroring the Eight of Swords, so I either will or I won't. I'm either going to take a chance, a leap of faith on me and my life and my dreams, or I'm going to allow the past to still have an effect on my present. And I don't feel like that's what you're meant. I don't feel like that's what your life was like. Yes, lessons, yes, we have to learn these lessons. But the Chariot being in the middle of this reading, to me, really does speak about unlimited potential. But I feel like the Fool, it's important to take on the Fool's energy. I feel like, and also like, I feel like your money sector, it feels good or it's getting better. Again, taking chances in that area also. Chances on yourself is really what I'm saying. But I feel like I've got to like look at the Fool that's mirroring that Eight of Swords. And because I feel like that's the only thing that could potentially block a dream from coming true. And I almost feel like you have to be open to what the universe is talking about as it relates to a dream. Like you just put your intentions out there. And I feel like the right energy will find you. But now that I said that, if I'm putting energy out from the Eight of Swords, then am I not just expecting another sword, another reason to block myself? But if I put my energy out there from the Fool, then I feel like the doors just open up. Okay, I'm going to let that be. Excuse me. Simone, I want to read your content, your comment. Thank you. It's a love story between me and him for the last 20 years. He recently came back into my life and he wants me to move to his town. You just gave me confirmation. Wow. That sounds like Sam and I's story. That's what I did. I left Rhode Island, moved back to Pennsylvania. But it took me 5 years to make that decision. And why? Because of the Eight of Swords. And then one day I was like, just book your, what I did is I booked a flight. I'm like, because once you book it, you won't back down. And I don't know why I was so scared, but I'm glad I did it. In Coastal, thank you, Sandy. I'm Guy, and both X and Sag are gals. Met Sag at work. X situation was complicated and heartbreaking. Recently, the X keeps popping up as a suggested contact on social media. Interesting. Oh, Yara's off to bed. Good night, my dear. I know it's nighttime where you're at. Maybe I'll do lies like later in the day tomorrow. To see if there's any other questions. Let me start back at the beginning. Oh, did I get you, Bonnie? No. All right, Colleen, I'm going to take your question. Does the person I'm thinking of plan on reaching out and communicating? So Colleen, I'm going to ask you to give me 1 second. I just got to use the restroom real quick. I'm drinking iced tea. Okay. It's interesting. I just realized you guys can see him in my PJs. That's the luxury of working from home. All right, so Colleen. Let me grab a drink. I gotta stop drinking iced tea in our readings. It goes right through me. Colleen, I'm going to use the Gilded Tarot. And let me just reread your question. Does the person I'm thinking of, excuse me, does the person I'm thinking of plan on reaching out and communicating? All right, so the person on Colleen's mind, they plan on reaching out and communicating with her? What can we know about that? Will there be communication? Is that a good thing? Colleen, I don't know if you have Libra in your chart or if your person has Libra. But for those who missed the reading, the Libra part of the reading, I definitely watch it because you don't have to be a Libra for it to resonate with you. I already know that. I can see the synchronicities between a lot of the readings I'm doing now versus the Libra reading. And when I do my readings, I just assume that a lot of people are going to show up that don't even have that sign. And why do I assume? It's not that I assume that. I feel like my guides just tell me to read, read for the room, not just for the sign. They're like, yep. All right. So Colleen. Oh. Okay. That was weird. So I turned my deck around because I thought it was in reverse. But there's only one card, interesting, that's in reverse, and that is the wheel. So I feel like I have to take that and then turn my deck. I mean, it was in the right direction, but the wheel was not. Interesting. Okay. We have the Knight of Wands. Dun 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 dun. Here I come to save the day. I kind of love the Knight of Wands moving off the wheel because the Knight of Wands is fast-moving energy, but it's also very passionate type energy. Sometimes it can be fast-moving where it can feel even confusing or chaotic, like, oh. We have the Seven of Cups. And then we have the Six of Cups, which is definitely the person who's on your mind. And who's asking you're asking the question. Will they reach out? And it's interesting, you have the Six of Cups, it's mirroring the wheel. So I definitely feel like someone who's already written, like it's already written in the fabric of time. But that doesn't guarantee us. I feel like that's the one message we have to learn, that our intentions are really what's going to predict our present and future life. It's what intentions we are creating right now. I don't even know why I just said all that. Whoa. Okay. We have the Four of Swords. Nice. The High Priestess under the Knight of Wands. The Nine of Wands under the Seven of Cups. Look at this. And another nine, the Nine of Pentacles. Card of Virgo, by the way. Under the Six of Cups. And I am going to take these other cards, even though there's a lot of them. I'm going to take them. I feel like they wouldn't have come out otherwise. So let's see. Interesting. We have the Hierophant. And the Hierophant's in reverse there. King of Pentacles. Hello, Ace of Swords. Queen of Swords. You know, it's interesting because it does look like they're going to reach out. But then I also want to say, have you thought about reaching out? Because the Ace of Swords is sitting right next to you. Now, that doesn't mean you have to. If you're uncomfortable in doing that, then don't do that. But if you're comfortable in doing that, I feel like, you know, it could certainly signify you reaching out also. But let's keep going. Well, hello, Ace of Cups. The Star. And the Seven of Pentacles. Interesting. All right. Let's look at this. So you get the Hierophant in reverse. That's about our hopes, our dreams, our wish. No. I'm sorry. That's your belief system. And you have the Four of Swords right above that. And it is like you're going through this healing period. And I feel like, you know, I feel like in your heart of hearts, you want this person to reach out. And I feel like this person is in a state of reflection right now. I also feel like, you know, no matter who this is for you, Colleen, you have the Ace of Cups and you have the Wheel. So that just tells me love will find you, or you will find love, you know, whoever it's going to be with. You know, can I guarantee it's going to be the person that you want it to be? I can't guarantee that, but I can guarantee you that there's love. Yet, let's go back to this person now. Because with the Ace of Swords here, which to me is reaching out, right? But first, it's mirroring the Seven of Cups. So a little uncertainty. But it's due to reflection. You know, someone's reflecting, and I have a feeling they're probably reflecting over their own life. And then that's where communication comes in. But I also get this feeling of, like, if you're interested and you're not hearing back, then maybe you should reach out. And here's why. Because I feel like if you get shut down, which I know would hurt, but I honestly, I feel like you're kind of in that energy anyways. So I feel like I'd almost rather know for sure. Because if you're not interested, well, there is going to be someone else who is. I feel like some healing had to take place. And it could be you, or it could be both of you. But it's healing of this Ace of Cups, which is kind of beautiful. But that means that at the same time, like, I almost feel like I stopped believing in love, or that there could be great love. And I feel like this is signifying to you, but there is great love that's written upon your will. And sometimes it's with the people that we think it's with, and sometimes it's with someone that we never even expected. And that's why I'm wondering if, let me just put it this way. I feel like if this person doesn't reach out soon, then I feel like you should reach out, because I feel like clarity is what you need. I do. I feel like clarity is what you need. And I also feel like don't be regretful for any times that you spent alone because I feel like it's giving you a sense of power that you wouldn't have had otherwise. I feel like everything's for some reason. I feel like this person's vibrational energy is a bit lower than yours for the time being. And I feel like that's kind of like thrown confusion in the mix. But listen, Colleen, I feel like the message here for you today is if this person does not reach out, then I think you should reach out because I feel like what you need is clarity. And if for whatever reason you get shut down, then I want you to remember this reading because one may shut me down, but it doesn't mean that great love won't find you. And I think we're around the same age. I think you're younger than I am though. um but I just want to say I didn't really find the love of my I mean, I found one when I was 15, but we didn't reconnect until I was in my 50s. So that's kind of what I'm picking up, Colleen. I do want to just look at the Hierophant that's in reverse. What the hell? Let me get the Page of Swords in reverse. Okay. I feel like if the person that you're thinking about, it's almost like they're living like I don't want to put them down. But I feel like they're living like in a different vibration than you are. And that doesn't make one wrong, one right. But for this to be, let's say, harmonious, then we would need to be in the same vibration. I don't feel it's quite there. And that's why I feel like your guides are saying, and I feel like this is for all of us. And Lord knows I've done it. Like reach out. And if you don't hear what you need to hear, take that as your answer because again, don't think that that means love is over. Now, you may hear exactly what you want to hear, but I get this feeling that your person's not going to reach out. Not yet. Hmm. I just feel like, I feel like they allow the confusion in their own mind to play a big part in what they do in their lives. And I feel like that's relating to love. And I'm trying to make this so like because I don't feel like he's ready to reach out yet. Should you then reach out? Now, I feel like if you agree with me, then that's what I think you should do. If you don't agree with me, I don't know. But I feel like your real message here is whether it be this person who I don't feel like at this moment is going to reach out, it is signifying that it doesn't mean that you won't have great love in your life. But sometimes if we wait around for someone, not that I feel like you're waiting and waiting. I don't, you know what I mean? But like our intentions are only with this person, but then we get no action, you know, okay, well, where does the line end so that I can get back on to living what's already destined in my life? It's a mixed bag, Colleen. And even though it sounds like a little bit of bad news, I feel the good news in this. I just don't know if you will yet. Okay. Like, I do feel this person, has like loving memories of you. And it may be something that they're dealing with on their own that, like there's a lot of times in life where, they're dealing with their own issues and it is theirs to deal with, if that makes sense. All right. Um, all right, guys. I'm only going to do a couple more. This was not meant to be a long reading, anyways, today. I'm going to do lives probably sometime tomorrow or Sunday, but probably tomorrow. But I'll make sure I give a long enough notification. But I think I got everyone who donated. And today was only about donations. I know that sounds greedy. I hate even writing it, but just want to make sure I got everyone. I like Camille. Thanks, Sandy. I love you, bro. I love you too, bro. Yeah, 2024, I feel like it's definitely a year. Coastal creative. It's funny, it's like calling girls guys and guys girls. Um you're very welcome, Yara. Oh, Yara went to bed. All right, so Patricia, I'm gonna do your question and then I'm gonna get going. You'd love to know if this man that is my friend could become my partner. He lives somewhere else, but he's coming to visit. All right, for Patricia. Um, what should we use? Let's use the Luminous Tarot. We haven't used them yet. So for Patricia, and then we're gonna let it be, and then tomorrow we'll be open to questions and answers. No reading, just your readings. I am going to do the Libra for May. Looking forward to seeing the synchronicities. I have a feeling I will. But Patricia, look at that 10 of Cups right off the bat. The Magician. The 8 of Pentacles. An 8 does signify a new beginning. Whoa. We have the 7 of Swords. We have the High Priestess. And I have to say, I have to take the High Priestess following the 7 of Swords because I'm looking at the 7 of Swords and he's looking back at something. So he's looking back at the High Priestess. Now, does that mean that this person carries some untrustworthy energy? I feel like first and foremost, you'll be able to know that through your intuition. And doesn't even have to mean what I really mean is Is this someone, like, if you get in a relationship with, that you can really trust with your heart? We have the Queen of Pentacles, and we have the Knight of Wands. Interesting. I have a feeling a little bit of something might happen. And then we have the Page of Cups. Patricia, I feel like there's a potential. I feel like there's going to be some flirting going on. I feel like the two of you, like, I feel passionate. Like, maybe this person makes me feel that way, or hopefully both ways, because I get this feeling like, if nothing else, like, I do feel like you're gonna enjoy this visit. And I feel like the Seven of Swords, which is really untrustworthy energy, but he's looking back at the High Priestess. I feel like that's really a sign for you, saying, if you worry, as it relates to love, like, who can I trust? Who can I trust? Your intuition's going to let you know. Your intuition will sing. But just believe it at the same time. I see the two of you, like, being in very playful, like, playful, flirty type of energy. I just want to slide this down. Look at that. 2 pages. Hello. And then the Sun. Wow. Let me just put it this way, Patricia. I think there's good potential that this could go further than just like what I feel is like some flirting with the Sun here. And what else I love is, because the Seven of Swords was really the only, I guess, difficult energy you could say that we have on the board. Well, the Sun would help eliminate that fear for you, because the Sun illuminates anything, everything. Anything done in the dark will come to the light. I also feel, again, more playful energy. It's like, I don't know if it's been a while since you've seen each other or something, but I feel the passion. And I don't know if it's just like sexual passion, you know, um, but I feel the playfulness also. So this is what I feel. I feel like what you should do during this visit is just have fun and see where it goes. Trust your intuition, right? Because I feel like as this visit's taken place, your intuition's gonna also allow you to know, like, okay, and don't allow fear to step in, right? Because again, I feel like this is about taking this moment and enjoying this moment. And then I do feel like it's saying, if the two of you decide, like, because it feels so like romantic and passionate and playful, it almost feels like, how could we just then, like, you do have to separate, right? Because he's got to go back. But it's almost like, how do we then forget that energy? I don't think you do. I don't think you will. I just want to take a look at that. The Queen of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. Again, as it relates to love, I love the Three of Pentacles. I can't promise you that this is going to go into like a full-blown relationship, but I do have to say it has everything of the making. Like, like, if the two of you make that decision, then I feel like it has all the makings of a good love story. But at the same time, don't allow that to stop you from just having fun, because that's what this visit feels like. Fun, passionate, maybe even sexual. You know what I mean? Like, And like, I feel like if that's what you want, that's what you should go for. But if that's not what you want, don't go for that. But I feel all that. Like, even if I don't want to sleep with a person, it's like I just, I can feel the passion. So the potential is so good. Um, but I think I want to leave it there. I think I want to leave it there because I feel like this visit's going to be very telling for you. That's another reason to leave your into make sure you're paying attention to your intuition. Again, the sun's going to make sure that the signs are clear for you. But really, eliminating all that of like, where is this going to go? I feel like your guides are saying more about just enjoy the visit, because through that visit, I feel like your question is going to be answered. Gee, I hope that made sense to you. It makes sense to me, but I hope it makes sense to you. All right, guys, I am going to go. As always, I hate leaving table or questions on the table. But this was not meant to be a long like question and answer. This is, that'll be tomorrow. So those who have questions who did not get answered today, hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Make sure you have your little bell rung if you're subscribed, because there's a lot of people who don't have that bell rung, and then that's why a lot of people are missing the links to the lies. I get so many messages like, why am I not getting notifications? And I think it's the bell. I also know that YouTube has unsubscribed a few people because I had people coming back like saying, "Oh, I haven't seen you. Like, where have you been?" And they look and I've been unsubscribed. So I don't know why YouTube does that. What can I do? You know what I mean? It's like my business, but like they have control of it. Anyways, I'm going to stop talking. I thank you guys. I love you guys. Don't forget, if you're Libra, go back. I have replay on. Listen to the reading. And also remember that when I answer other people's questions, and I know this for a fact, I know my guides have told me that many times your questions are answered through another's. So if something just rings a bell with you, trust it to be so. All right. So I'm going to let that be. It's been a year since you've seen him. Wow. All right, guys. I love you. I thank you. And I hope to see a lot of you tomorrow in the lives. If not, I'll see you next time at the table. Bye bye. Have a great rest of your day. Or some of you, you're just beginning your day. Have a great day. Bye bye.